Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome back to MotoGP 20 and to the Kymi Ring and the Grand Prix of Finland for its debut on the Grand Prix motorcycling calendar, as Kevstone once again on top in practice by around 5 tenths ahead of Suzuki, just ahead of teammate Antonelli, and then we've got Mazia, Alonso Lopez, Fogel, Koiba, Mino, Vietti, Sasaki round out the top 10 of the Japanese runner Yamanaka, and then we've got Arenas, Agura and Fanati in that all-important 14th spot. As it was a bit rainy on the first day, so lucky on this day though, it is nice and dry, as he will be joining us in qualifying too. Be Tato, despite being last in practice, Fanati, Salak and Rossi as well. So we are at the Kymi Ring then. So we'll go for 2 laps. We'll show you around the place, and then maybe push afterwards. It's got a first corner that comes out of nowhere, it feels like. Reminds me of Pokahoki in New Zealand. I think that's how you say it. Apologise if that's not. Probably is. Because then you've got this kind of hairpin. Reminds me of actually the Buddha International Circuit. Remember that? In India, reminds me of that hairpin onto a long back straight here. But in general, this circuit reminds me of the old Rio de Janeiro circuit, the Nelson PK circuit that got destroyed a few years back. It reminds me of that, with kind of a long straight but kind of tight and twisty corners as you get into the twisty bits now. You put a part of this lap. You can see got great undulation here as well. As you go through this double left and a bit of a back straight again. And then it gets really twisty now for the rest of that. As they just following this rider through. Looks like we're going wide, but no, you're going downhill now. Into a right. Totally missed the apex. But in terms of that time, it seems like the first sector we're kind of there with everyone. Second sector we are. Third sector we're not. Like this sector. That's what the hell, he just stopped on the apex. That's not lucky for us. And then this last sector we seem to be there. We seem to be our best sector. And it's got this incredibly tricky final corner. The brake for downhill. To do a 58.5. That is definitely not going to be our lap time. So let's push a bit. It's gone a bit wide, as probably would expect in the first corner. How tricky it is. For this corner, it seems like you could take it in second, but we always go down to first just for the little bit better acceleration uphill. Heading onto this back straight. Not sure if that we can be with the power. We've got it on 2 at the moment. Then this way we might need to change it down to 1 with the middle section. And it's a bit wide into that right hander. Very easy to do that. Got to be careful with the front rise and heading into that right. And change the direction through that section. As we approach the halfway mark of the lap, we're up by a few tenths. Get down to first again for traction acceleration. Doesn't seem like there'd be like one line for most of these corners, like it seems to be multiple lines you can maybe take. As Fanati with a 57.6. I imagine we're quite some way down on the Italian, near half a second. See what we can do in this final sector though. Let's flat out through that right if you use a lot of curb. In the final corner, just want to be aligned with the curb, not take lots of curb there. So across the line, 57.6. Could have been much better. As Anthony grabs pole just ahead of teammates Suzuki by 22 thousandths of a second. Mazia just 40 thousandths They're taking back in third, and then leading the second row is Fogger. It's less than a 10th cover. The top four incredibly close. At the front with Lopez, then Fanati. We're in 7th for leading the second row. We're actually not that far behind Fanati in the end, as we got Vietti and Agua alongside us. Then we've got Akoba, ran out the top 10 of Arenas and Tatai. Then we've got Yamanaka, Sasaki and Salak. Less than a second cover the top 15. We've got Baltus leading Rossi and Mino. So for tyres, definitely going to use the soft front. Probably a medium wear. Tyre wear is quite a lot actually for the rear. But you should be okay with the soft front. We need that grip into the corners. Fuel rise, we put a bit in. Maybe 8.5 just to be safe, because again, you've got that long back straight where you need that power too. That's what everyone else is choosing. Then as medium soft medium for Suzuki, good man. Soft on Fanati, Gura, Vietti. So tyre wear obviously not that big an issue. Sasaki as well. Lots of soft runners. See, I think the rear's going to go off though. It's got some medium soft for Napa, for Pauli as well. And then Rodrigo as well in third, Binder in last again. So you're revving it up, making sure everything's where it needs to be to get underway. Or not. Luckily the first corner's virtually flat out, so you can't get overtaken anymore. Let's just split a couple riders. Still got a rider on the inside. As I was saying, we're just outside the points at the moment. Trying to get a slipstream of... who's that? Fernandez? As we get past Mino's had a poor start as well. Let's look at the gap to the rest. As well, hello. Nice knowing you as well. As Albalano down. What's that, the rider who thought we were inside curb or whatever? Sasaki up to 19 at a Tatai. There's also someone else down. Oh, Albalano again. Loves the gravel so much, does the Italian this race. As McPhee up to 19th ahead of Tatai. Yeah, I'm wet 8th. As we've got Vietti in front, Salak behind. I know, looks like Vietti's made a move on Arenas, I think that is. There's Garcia into the points instead of Alcoba. Or not. Oh, it's Fanati. As he catch up to the top 7. Good battle going on in front. Between Leopard and the veteran. As Massili to the Lopez, Suzuki, Cantonelli, Vietti, Fanati, Foggy, ourselves, Salak and Fernandez. So good start from the Spaniard on the KTM. So you get an 8-10 penalty for going very slowly on the grass. Let's see if we can overcome it. As not very good down the back stretch. See, that actually cost us 8 tenths. We did not gain 8 tenths. So now we've got to be slightly more aggressive, maybe. It's a little bit wide through the right. We like the double left. Trying to go for the move on before we go around the outside. As we get to know Fanati's rear wheel, so does Fogger. Get to know our rear wheel. As Alcoba down the Spaniards. Oh, someone else down as well, is that? Yeah, Arbolino. What a bad habit this race has. Oh, but maybe just getting it out of the system, you know. Oh, he battled with his fellow Italian, Finati. God, such heavy braking downhill. Has he got the move done on the veteran Avery down the inside into the first corner. Trying to hold it on the outside, but we force our way by into sixth then. Yeah, you can dive down our inside, we'll get you on the cutback. So if that 8 of 10 penalty, it's going to be difficult to even win this race, but maybe try and hold until the top 5 will be the goal. So here comes Finati with the toe. We hold on as we've got Vietti in front. And the Italian sandwich at the moment, as it looks like Mazzi is getting away in the lead. Well, the circuit's got great flow, I will say, to it, despite it having twisty parts and hairpins near the end of the lap. For the most part, it's got great flow, undulation, great challenge as well, the circuit. Normally not the biggest fan of circuits like this, or modern circuits in general, but I feel like this one. Isn't it like the Lopez train in front? That's what's happening. As we approach the halfway mark of this race. Got Rodrigo to Sasaki. It's on the power hard out of the final corner. We're consistent of 58 ones, which is not good enough. If we're going to hold on to a top spot here, need to be getting to those 57s. Once again, race pace. Bit less than qualifying. Let's tat out the 23rd of the bin, who's fighting back in a race for once. Good to see. Same for Baltus, who pits Zodi, as Binder fights right back. Or not. As Mino up to 9th head of Salak. As they're about to do battle with his teammate. That was a pretty poor corner though. You can see only half a second ahead of Finati at the moment. It's all 30 left the door wide open there. Oh, he just holds on, the Italian. Great defense, but he's gone wide there. Let's get elbow to elbow. That's how we've made the move though, up to 5th. There's Fogg ahead of Finati. That's behind Antonelli now. There's Mazda with a comfortable lead for the Spaniard El Suzuki. So we once again with 58 one as Ricciardo goes down. There's Rossi. Turn up to 2nd already. You can probably take that in 2nd to be fair, that corner, rather than 1st. Just letting out on this 5th lap. So we've got no headway there on the toe. As Anthony Rain to the toe of Lopez, who's wearing the toe of his teammate. Almost into the back of Antonelli there. Try and stuff it down the inside of the Italian. Did not see that coming, did he? It's all a bit wide, but we're close enough to Lopez. So Operation Retrieve result. Not going too bad at the moment. As again, we were good in this last sector as well, it seems like. Very good in the last sector. Lopez didn't even see that coming either. So a bit wide in the final corner. That's Mazda with a 57.5, with a 57.4. Now we're picking up the pace. About damn time. Stone's finally in the groove round here. He's got just Suzuki and Mazda in front. With only one rider in front, they won't be in a tow, so let's see if we can make the move here for second. Doesn't look like it. Oh, very aggressive on the brakes. Suzuki fought back, but too late from the Japanese rider. We're Stone up to second. Let's see if he can pull almost a second gap to the riders behind. It's almost done it already. 2.5 second gap in front to Maz, who's won the race as the Spaniard. I think that's the only thing we can say about this race at the moment. Goes all onto the grass. 1.1 now is the penalty. Luckily to stay upright. He's been doing it all weekend, this Stone. That's why practice didn't go as well. All fine as well. Has a habit of turning a bit early into that right-hander. It'll be even trickier then. And up on the podium here is a 57th, almost in the 56s. That's even with that mistake. Got the second for the back straight. It should at least be a top 5, I think, but just depends how fast Lopez is to see if he's on the podium. Bit wide there, not the best through that. Go for the double left. Hard on the power. Gap almost to that mark. Bit wide for the right. There's Albalado not finishing last ahead of Rossi. Pushing hard in the last couple corners this Stone. Gap around a second to Suzuki behind. Just needs a couple more tenths, that's all he needs. As approaching the final corner. Nails it for once. As across the line comes Yuya Mazia. Is Stone second though? As Mazia wins by 3.17 ahead of ourselves, so we do hold on by a 10th ahead of Suzuki. Well done, Stone, as we've got Lopez in 4th, Antonelli in 5th, then Vietti, Foggia, Fanati, Mino, Sanak rounding out the top 10 ahead of Fernandez, McPhee, Yamanaka, Arenas, Garcia grabbing the final point by almost 3 seconds ahead of Agura. As looking further down, Sasaki rounds out the top 20. As Rossi in 3rd, behind Arbolino, who did make it to the finish, unlike Koffler and Pizzoli. So in the Riders' Championship, Stone leads by 78 points ahead of Mazia, who's back up to 2nd by 6 points ahead of Suzuki. Then Foggia, Antonelli, Fanati, all very close to the battle for 4th. Same for the battle for 7th between Vietti, Mino and Lopez. Arenas rounds out the top 10. Sanak up to 12, along with McPhee up to 13th. Agura, the big loser, down a couple of places. As in the Teams Championship, they are partly by 9 points over Sync 58, with GoPro Honda team in for 26 points ahead of Max Racing, or 20 ahead of VR46. You've got Stragolitzer and Ganetto, KTM, Snipers, and Petronas Spear to round out the top 10.
This second place finish is an excellent result for both him and the team, giving them hope for the following races. So
look at our reputation go up as once again just about achieved the qualifying objective. One of strength is turning into a weakness in some of these rounds. Along with our starts, just need to improve them, but still a very comfortable lead for Stone at the halfway mark of the year and of the season, as he's got a lead of over 3 race wins. As told you, race simulation, he cut on that right-hander. That's what happened. So I didn't get all 5 added laps. And quick lap simulation, we got the second one. We are off by a 10th. Annoyingly. And then distance analysis as normal, even though the lines around Finland are incredibly strange on a couple of corners. In order to be quick, we take very different lines. And so it took some practice doing the distance analysis. But as you can see, all research data there that we need as new candidate for data analysis. As you're good for next season, Charlene. Again, come back next season. As you got a proposal. We are not going to accept a Moto3 contract for next season. You can go away already. Okay? We're looking at Moto2 for next season as we advance to the week. As we've got a bit of a break here. As what else is happening in technical new candidates? Oh, we've got another one. Again, come back for next season, Nishimura. As advance again. And again. As what about engine development? Let's look at that. So that is fully done. So we could just do both at the same time, can't we? And they both take 6 weeks then. Okay, and then our bike is fully developed. So shall we pull those off data research and just put them on in this as well? So who is that again? So Alessandro and Jimmy. So I had them into this so I can hopefully... Oh, there we go. Edit assign staff. So I had you two back in. So there you go. Only takes 4 weeks now. So if we look at the calendar, so we've got, again, back-to-back, Bruno and Red Bull Ring. So it'll be in time for Silverstone in, hopefully. All the research. As next up, we do have the Monster Energy Grand Prix Czech Republic. Probably not how you say it. But we're around the Auto Motodrome Brno in the Czech Republic. One of the longest circuits, kind of length-wise and lap time-wise as well. Fairly challenging, a bit like the Kymi Ring, but longer. It is, you know, it's got some longer straights, some more wide, long radius corners as well. So, especially that first corner that you can see in the picture, definitely is a good fun corner, that is. And it's still got that tricky middle set to do, and it's got the undulation as well. So, great challenge next up for the Moto3 gang. But thanks for watching. Let's see what Kev Soren can do next time.